Well, hello everyone! Welcome back to Spirit of Justice. Previously, we completed the game's second case, with 4 left to go. Today, we'll begin the third. I am extremely hyped. Now, the first 2 cases were really good. Like, shockingly so. They were strong. And man, we're just getting started. So I have next to no expectations for, Case 3 here. I think there's a 99.99% chance we're going back to Khura'in, we're gonna meet Maya, but other than that, I am really not sure what to expect. Maybe a little bit more information about these Defiant Dragon rebels, that would be nice. But yeah, let's get in there, shall we? The Rite of Turnabout.
Wakey wakey, 201. Got some more questions. Sound the alarm! Prisoner 201's escaped!
Well, you know, with Dad's back on the streets, things will be on the up and up for us.
Keep your voice down. You want that rebel hunter to find us or something?
Come on, we're small fries compared to... Huh?
Now that was just showing off. Come on. Well, that's interesting. So it's clearly a prisoner of the Khura'inese government, and yet he's apparently a rebel hunter. Like, yeah, I guess we are getting into Defiant Dragon business. Huh. Well, good old temple. Another fine day in the kingdom of Khura'in. It's so peaceful here. I can't believe it's been 2 weeks already, but this place is really starting to grow on me. Still. Oh, this flashback is not canon. It sure was a rough start. Now to do what I came here to do. To see Maya. What in the sweet hell have you been doing for the last 13 days? Like, your first day here, yeah, that's understandable, but what? What's taking you so long? Oh, okay. I spoke too soon. Her law and aesthetic training is finally coming to an end. But before it does, she said something about one last rite she has to perform today. Mr. Wright? Oh yeah, it's Albie. He's back. Haparaki. Hey, Albie. Haparaki. Oh, you've mastered the traditional greeting of Khura'in. I don't know about that. I guess all that practicing is paying off. Have you gotten used to life at the temple? I'm grateful they're letting me stay here, but the mornings start a little too early for me. Yes, well, morning prayers do begin at dawn. After all, you can never pray too much. Daily devotion is very important here in Khura'in. Hats off to you guys. I don't know how you do it. And today's a special day, full of even more prayer than usual. There's nothing better in this world than being able to pray to your heart's content. I can think of a few things I'd rather do. So what makes today so special anyway? You mean you don't know? Today's the purification rite. It's only performed once a year. That's what Maya must have been talking about on the phone yesterday. I wonder what her role in it is. So, what exactly is Maya going to be doing for this purification rite? What? Didn't she tell you? She's playing the role of Lady Kira. It's only the most important part of the entire rite. I swear to God, if Maya gets accused of murder, I'm gonna be like, yeah, okay, that fits. It's unprecedented to have a foreigner play such a key role. Wow, that's really something. It really is. Helping out such an amazing person has been the greatest honor of this humble tour guide's life. So, who is this Lady Kira you mentioned? Allow me to explain. Once upon a time, hundreds upon hundreds of years ago, there lived a female warrior who fought valiantly to establish the kingdom of Khura'in. Oh. I wonder if Kira killed people. Let me stop you right there. Is something wrong? No, it's just, I get the feeling I'm in for a really long story. Yeah, I'd say it normally takes around 2 hours to tell. Ooh, dodged a bullet there. Oh, right! You're supposed to finally see Miss Maya today. The story can wait then. In the meantime, you can read up on the rite with this. An English guidebook? Where did you dig this up from? I found it just lying there in the temple library. I figured no one's using it, so I borrowed it. Huh? Hey, this book belongs to Maya. See, there's her name in the back. Guess there's no harm in keeping this for a while then. Wright's guide edited the court record. Miss Maya should already be at the site where the rite is to take place. Hold that thought. Okay, full moon. Okay, I recognize that priestess outfit. That would be our killer. Okay, top text says, as Lady Kira, and the High Priest purifies both Lady Kira and her dagger. Yeah, we got like a compass rose showing what's north for the orientation. Oh, there's gonna be shenanigans. The ceremony ends with the rite of fire in which the priestess circles the sacred flames to purify her soul. The purification rite is a 3-part ceremony held when the moon is directly over the summit of Mount Poniponi. It begins with the transformation rite. The high priest reads scripture while a priestess dons the robes of Lady Kira, which has been purified with incense. Next is the rite of water, in which the priestess enters the spring dressed as Lady Kira, and the high priest purifies both Lady Kira and her dagger. The ceremony ends with a rite of fire, in which the priestess circles the sacred flames to purify her soul. The two then devote themselves to prayer until the rite comes to a close 2 days later at noontime. So basically the whole thing's a fancy way for Lady Kira to take a bath once a year. Must be nice to be her, haha. Ha! Oh Maya, you haven't changed. Let's go to the Plaza of Devotion. I wonder if Maya's matured any since I last saw her. Jury's out on that one. It's on a mountaintop, so it might get a little cold, though. I think I can handle it. I guess the game wants me to move? Yes, it does. In that case, I'm a lawyer. Wow, what a beautiful badge. It's the attorney's badge we use in my country. It kind of looks like a sunflower to me. Yep, and I'm pretty sure there's even a reason for it. Please do explain, Mr. Wright. Maybe next time. I should have known he'd ask me to explain. Is this some sort of new tourist souvenir? No, it's the book you just gave me. Sorry, but no. Oh, sorry to be such a disappointment. There have been a lot more tourists this year than last. Then your tour guide business must be booming. It is. But I have more important things to do right now, namely, helping you, Mr. Wright. I think I'll tip him a little extra for his help later. Let's head over to where the purification rite will be held. What sort of rite is it? We'd wind up missing a whole day of the rite if I were to explain it. In that case, I think I'll just go see it for myself. Not before I have a look around, though. I should offer a prayer now and then, since they're letting me stay here. Let's see. May there be a slightly softer futon tonight. And may tomorrow's breakfast be a little bigger. Wow, I'm impressed by your prayerful heart. Prayer is at the heart of Khura'inism, after all. May the Holy Mother's blessings be upon you. Oh, thanks. Now I feel kind of bad. Those are valid things to pray for. I don't care what anyone says. What are those buildings over there? Those are the training halls. Monks continuously undergo rigorous training there, day in and day out. You could try it out for a day if you'd like. They do really interesting stuff, like meditating while standing on their heads. That's really okay, Albie, thanks. This is a really gorgeous spring. You have an excellent eye for beauty, sir. This is the Guiding Waters, the centerpiece of our temple tour. It's a sacred pathway for people's mitama, so don't ever wade into it. Why? What would happen if I did? I don't think we should even be talking about this. Just don't go in it, okay? What's the worst that could happen? But we're okay for now, right? As long as we stay out of the water? Well, I dare say that is all there is to see. There's really not a lot going on here, is there? I almost wonder if this is going to be like a nondescript base of operations almost, like the equivalent to just visiting the Right Anything agency. But I will say, these dialogue choices, any ideas and what to do? Yeah, that's usually reserved for the weird little girl accompanying you, so, my god, I think, yeah, all signs are pointing to Maya being the defendant in this trial. Well, modern science is amazing. We have a weird little boy. Incredible. Wow. One of these characters stands out a bit. Ugh. It's so cold. It's like the air itself is made of ice. But look at all these people. Well, this is the day we come to offer prayers to Lady Kira, the protector of our land. It's amazing to see how devoted everyone is. Devoted? Right. But couldn't they just as easily do all this praying someplace warmer? This, too, is a part of our religious training. It helps us build strength of spirit and willpower. Further up, at the end of those stairs, is the inner sanctum. Whoa. I see. Everyone I've met so far seems deeply religious. Of course we are. After all, Khura'in is also known as the land of prayer. It's said that we Khura'inese people spend an average of 15 hours a day in prayer. Huh? When do you find time to eat? or work. What? 15? From the moment we wake to the moment we fall asleep, our hearts are always in prayer. You see all of the square flags around here? They're known as prayer flags. They contain the prayers of our people. Oh, he's talking about these colorful strips of cloth. There's something written on each one. Such piety is the glory of our people, and I'm afraid that story's going to have to wait for another time, Albie. Maya should be here any minute now. Oh yeah, you're right. I can't wait to see Miss Maya again. Pardon me, O noble traveler? Ooh? Purple!
How do you fare, Mr. Wright? It's been many a day.
And who might you be? Maya?
It's our girl! She's back! Yeah! Man, I missed Maya. Come to think of it, when was the last time we actually saw her? Well, there were the Easter eggs here and there in the Ace Attorney investigation games, but in terms of actually being a person that actually had lines and appeared, well, I know she had a letter in Dual Destinies, but God, has it been since Trials and Tribulations? Well, obviously there's the Phoenix Wright and Professor Layton crossover, yeah. She played a huge role in that game. Yeah, I guess it's been since then, yeah. Miss Maya, Haparaki. Haparaki, Albie. And you, Mr. Wright. May the Holy Mother guide you on your journey. Man, she does look so much older. I remember when I first met Maya back in Ace Attorney 1, her artwork just made her look like she was like 14 years old. Although I think she was closer to like 16 or 17. I wonder how old she is now. Can we see? Yes, we can. 28? Was she 20 in... How old was she in Ace Attorney 1? I forget. 28? Wow. I'm over here about to turn 30. She's my age. Huh. Huh. Did I read that? I think I didn't. And you, Mr. Wright, may the Holy Mother guide you on your journey. Oh, thanks. Long time no see, Nick. Well, did I surprise you with my act? Yes. Oh, I missed this music. Oh, this is a nice rendition of this theme. Yeah, you can say that again. This is Maya Fey. She's a spirit medium from Khura'in village back home. Oh, that was in my face the whole time. Okay, here I was at the start of this Let's Play, like frame 1, like the first scene of Khura'in we ever saw. I was like, yes, okay, they got the Magatamas. Clearly it's related to spirit mediums. There's a relation between the Fays and Khura'in. Clearly they've made it so that, Khura'in is a play on Khura'in. Like, obviously, Khura'in, the nation, was not written back in Ace Attorney 2, but... My god, oh my god, this... I really should have thought of this. Khura'in village, Khura'in. She was also my assistant for quite some time. But that was many years ago. Her ability to channel spirits saved me more times than I can count. I sure miss those days. It was a ton of fun being the real boss of Wright & Co. law offices. Now she's here, training to be the leader of Khura'in village and the master of her craft. Apparently, to become the master of the Khura'in channeling technique, you have to train here in Khura'in, since this is where the technique originated. Didn't I sound just like the pious nun when you saw me just now? Too bad that's about all I learned from all the training I did. You haven't changed a bit, Maya. Huh? And what's that supposed to mean? She may look a little more mature on the outside, but inside she's the same old Maya. I'm actually kind of glad for that. I'm a lawyer. Oh, hey! Congrats on getting your badge back, Nick. Thanks, Maya. Now you can go back to a life of bold-facedly bluffing the day away every day. That's not exactly why I returned to the courtroom, you know. Hey, that's mine! Well, it was just sitting there in the temple's library, so Albie sort of checked it out for me. Hope it comes in handy then. Oh, and by the way, the Maya Library of Guidebooks has a $2 a day donation policy. I guess Albie's entrepreneurial spirit is contagious. Now hold on, let's look around first. What a magnificent gate. You can tell it leads to someplace sacred like the inner sanctum. Sadly, only holy people are allowed through there. And here I am, hoping to show you just how amazing I've become during the rite today. All of that spiritual power I built up during my training is going to rush out like a raging river. Yeah, just try not to overdo it, okay? Wow, no one's moved a muscle. Those people will stay in that position and pray for 2 days straight, Mr. Wright. 2 days straight? Glad I'm not them, and that I get to be Lady Kira. Maya, don't be rude. You just hang in there, Nick. It's only 2 days after all. I don't recall signing up for this part of the tour. You know what they say, when in Rome. Now I understand the saying, there's no place like home. Albie said these are called prayer flags, and the prayers written on them are carried throughout the kingdom by the wind. Now, if I were to pray for something, it would be for me to not get dragged into any more trouble than I already have been. I think that's it. Can't exactly look up. That's a shame. So Maya, how you been? I heard what happened, Nick. You ended up in court almost as soon as you got off the plane, huh? Yeah, well, it's kind of a long story. I was the accused. But you should have seen Mr. Wright in action. He was amazing. Huh. I bet it was another one of your famous seat of your pants come from behind wins, huh? Well, I was almost found guilty any number of times. Okay, so it wasn't my finest hour, so sue me. You haven't changed a bit either, Nick. Ouch. It definitely stings more when it's coming from her. So I guess you finished the bulk of the training needed to become the master, right? Oh, you mean the special meditation course for increasing spiritual power? The Yes, that's a good anagram. Yep, I've completed the full 2 years. I can finally go home once I perform the purification rite today. Actually, I was wondering why they're having a foreigner conduct one of their sacred rites. Well, the High Priest's wife usually conducts it each year. But with her baby on the way, it's just more than she could handle. So the High Priest practically begged me to stand in for her this year. Well, you may not know all of their customs, but with your training, I'm sure you'll do great. You bet. Just you watch, Nick. Going to be the best Lady Kira, guardian deity ever. I better throw in a few prayers for things to not end in a flaming disaster then. So about that guardian deity you'll be portraying today. What exactly are we talking about here? Well, first of all, Lady Kira isn't really a deity in the way we think of them back home. She's a real person who fought to establish the kingdom of Khura'in a long, long time ago. Wow, so she actually existed. You know, come to think of it, the red, like, frills around the hood kind of is evocative of like a sun. I wonder if that's what that symbol on Nayuta Sadmati's palm means? I'm still kind of mystified by that. And now the kingdom's people worship her as a guardian deity. They believe she appears to protect the kingdom whenever it's in danger. Cloaked in a sacred robe, she's a champion of justice who defeats the kingdom's enemies. Are we talking about the historical figure or the steel samurai here? That sounds like something you'd be into. I know, right? Who would want to be a kick-butt warrior who takes on evil with a wicked dagger? Right. Whatever floats your boat. Still, Lady Kira must really be a popular deity if all these people are here for her. Yep, but there's more to it than just her popularity this year. There's more? So why is this rite attracting such a large crowd this year? Because there's been actual sightings, you know, of the real deal. Allow me to explain. A mysterious figure clad in Lady Kira's robes appeared, just like in the legends. And she began capturing members of the Defiant Dragons right and left. You're kidding, right? They say it's only a matter of time till she gets their leader, the revolutionary Dirk, too. So Lady Kira's a rebel hunter now, huh? It's a bit hard to swallow, though. I mean, even if they are trying to disrupt the peace. I doubt the actions of a band of rebels can bring a legendary figure back to life. I didn't believe it at first either. Damn. Oh. Okay, so she's not... The figure is not killing anyone? Huh. But there's a real picture of her on the front page of today's newspaper. I think it would be foolish to assume that's a lady in that costume, just because the deific figure is a lady. Sightings of her go back about 2 years, but this is the first actual picture of her to ever be taken. I can't believe someone was able to actually capture her on film. Did anyone else just get like a cold shiver up their spine? I swear to God, if we get like a journalist or photographer character, I'm gonna scream. No, please, no, they're the worst every time. No. But couldn't this just be some Lady Kira fan? You know, like you, Maya? You mean like a cosplayer? Those rebels are no joke, Nick. They're trained in hand-to-hand combat and stuff. You think some regular cosplayer can take on people like that, dressed in a costume, alone? That's why she has to be the real deal. It gives me chills just thinking about it. I bet Lady Kira's spirit possesses the sacred robe or something. A spirit possessing a piece of clothing? Maybe you should cut back on all those action superhero shows, Maya. Hey, what's that supposed to mean? You're just jealous that I'm still young at heart. I've got a real office to run now, so I've got to keep it real, right? I don't know who you're talking about, but that's definitely not me. You've really lost your edge since I last saw you. Those spikes of yours have grown really dull. There's even one that's drooping. Can we leave my hair out of this? Anyway, I swear that the Lady Kira people have been spotting is the real deal. Besides, it's just so much more fun to believe it's true, you know? I can't believe you really buy all that. Although, I wonder who's under that robe. Did I see a photo of a snowman or something? Yeah, it looks like a snowman. Yeah, okay, a newspaper reports on Lady Kira's activities among other things. Okay. May 9th. Lady Kira returns to battle rebels. The Lady Kira-like figure that appeared 2 years ago remains a mystery. Some town elders see her as Lady Kira in the flesh. Such rumors are fueling the enthusiasm for today's purification rite. The thick white ice that froze the ground from the inner sanctum to the Plaza of Devotion until yesterday has melted. The rite can now go on as planned. We give thanks for the blessing of the Holy Mother and Lady Kira, Haparaki. Please are asking the kingdom's subjects to be on the lookout for a male insurgent who escaped from Royal Penitentiary number 4 yesterday. Okay, so these Lady Kira sightings go back 2 years. Yet this escape artist escaped yesterday. Huh. Then again, yesterday happened to be the first sighting, first confirmed sighting with a photograph, so who knows? Huh. But, Mr. Wright, she's the talk of the town. She even gave me this great new food idea. It's gonna be like a soul bun, but based on Lady Kira. I'm calling it the Kira bun. Talk about a Kira business strategy. Huh? A Kira business. Am I pronouncing that entirely wrong? Huh. I don't care. Come on, Maya. Just admit it's you running around dressed as Lady Kira already. Hee. I guess the jig is up. What? Is it really true, Miss Maya? Indeed. It is I, Lady Kira. After hundreds of years, I have returned in this lovely young lady's body. What? Oh, poor puppy. Only a minion of the Defiant Dragons could see through my disguise. Now feel my wrath, foul lawyer. Yeah. Ow! Mr. Wright. Just kidding. I mean, come on. I may be dressing up as Lady Kira for the rite today, but there's no way I could ever beat up one of those rebel types. I don't know. That was a pretty solid left hook she just threw. Oh, you were just trying to be funny. You really had me going there for a second. No one can be that naive, right? Well, I hope you enjoy playing superhero at the rite today. Oh, when you put it that way, I'm even more hyped about it now than I was already. Oh, I hear the sound of the High Priest's footsteps. I better get going. His footsteps? During the rite, he wears these really big bells on his ankles. That way I know he's coming. Pretty handy, right? Well, see you later. I doubt they're actually meant to be a stop slacking warning system for you, Maya. Miss Maya is always so bright and cheerful. Yeah, I'm glad to see she hasn't changed. As in, at all. Wonder if this means her training's been all for naught. I hope not. Ah, it's Acolyte Zealot. Zealot? Really? Acolyte Zealot? Oh, it's that dude I said stands out. Look, he's the one praying in the red and saffron robe. He's a disciple of the high priest, Abbot Inmi, who lives and trains at his house. See how he prays in the cold without moving a muscle? Yeah, I could never do that. Ah, it's Abbot Inri. The purification rite is about to begin. So that's the sacred robe Maya will be wearing during the rite. Huh. Yeah, we'll probably be cross-examining that dude on the left there. Probably. Looks almost exactly like what the figure in the newspaper photo was wearing. Is it the same? Wait, do I not? I don't have a photo of it? Ah. Okay. Whoever it is must have worked really hard to copy it. Please, sir, it's not a good idea to stare like that. You could be struck blind. Just give me a few more seconds. I mean, this isn't something you see every day. Oh, those bells on the high priest's ankles. They're a lot bigger than I thought they'd be. Mr. Wright, it's time to enter the prayer pose like everyone else. Those who don't will suffer the wrath of the Holy Mother. Okay, let's see. First I kneel down and cross my ankles, and then I bow forward. Ow! Great, now all I can see is the ground, and my back is killing me. You really should have trained for this, sir. Wait a sec, how long are we supposed to stay like this, Albie? The rite requires that we stay like this until the day after tomorrow. That's 2 whole days! I don't feel so... Mr. Wright, are you okay, sir? Somebody help! Uh-oh. Mr. Wright? Mr. Wright, please, you have to get up. Huh. Oh, ouch. My aching. Oh, Albie? Okay. Got some interesting photos. Okay, so left to right, that faceless lady, I guess that would be the Holy Mother, I think. I wonder if the Holy Mother is Kira. Maybe not. And then, yeah, we have a very, very fancy looking... Not quite sure if that's a lady, but if I had to hazard a guess, it would be... That would probably be Rafa's mother, or father. No, probably mother. And then there's Inga Khura'in, the defense minister. Was it defense? Minister of Justice, was it? Something like that. And then a tiny photo on the right. I don't know, that looks pretty plain. It's probably just some nobody, I think. Oh, I see a steel samurai bag at the bottom right. That's neat. Huh. Oh, ouch. My aching. Albie? Where are we? The High Priest's house at the foot of the Plaza of Devotion. I guess I passed out from that back pain. It must have carried me all the way here. Something terrible's happened. It's Miss Maya. She's... Oh, just follow me to the Plaza of Devotion. Something must have happened while I was passed out. Miss Maya's... She's been arrested. Uh-huh. What? Wait, what was that? What is that orange thing in the trash can there? I just noticed that. Huh. Puff. There's Maya. Just take it easy, alright? But I'm telling you, I haven't done anything wrong. You can talk all you want back at the station. Let me go. Maya. Nick, I didn't kill him. I swear I didn't. Oh. Oh, I think Bellman is the victim. Quiet, you. Come along peacefully or suffer the consequences. Oh, wait a second. What on earth is going on? I don't know who you are, but if you don't get out of my way... Hey, back off, officer? What? Emma? Emma Skye? What's she doing in Khura'in? I'm so sorry, Mr. Wright, but we're placing Maya under arrest. Alright, take her down to the station, but with respect, got it? Yes, ma'am. Nick! So what are you doing in Khura'in, Emma? It's a long story. Anyway, what are you doing in Khura'in, Mr. Wright? Same here. It's a long story. But we can get caught up later. Right now I need to know what happened. Maya's, well, under arrest for the murder of the High Priest. Shoot. Wait, the High Priest was murdered? Oh, this is not good. It's a sanctum that only 2 people are allowed into. Oh, that's really not good. I'm a lawyer. Congrats on your return to the legal world. I wanted to congratulate you sooner, but I never had the chance. Thanks, Emma, and congratulations to you too on becoming a forensic investigator. Thanks. Oh, I know. Let's celebrate by dusting your attorney's badge for fingerprints. Or how about we do a luminol test on it? I think I'll pass on both, but thanks. It's been ages since you presented evidence to me. Remember when we worked that one case together? I seem to recall a thin layer of fingerprint powder on every piece of evidence then. Well, I guess they got that way from time to time now, too. As enthusiastic as ever, huh, Emma? Alright, let's take a little look around. Maybe something's new. Yes, lots new. Acolyte Zealot is really in the zone. Oh, you mean that monk who's been living at the victim's home? Yeah, he hasn't moved a muscle, even though his teacher has been murdered. I guess he's so deep in prayer he's not aware of what's going on around him. Huh. That's a befitting gate for the path to the inner sanctum. It's apparently considered a sacred object to the people of Khura'in. I wasn't even allowed to dust it for prints. So even applying a little fingerprint dust to it would be sacrilegious, huh? I guess so. But I applied some luminol on it instead when no one was looking. Sounds like an invitation for the Holy Mother to strike you down later, Emma. Yeah, you're probably gonna get executed for that. Wow, even with the murder, all these people are still here, praying. They're so into it they wouldn't notice anything you did to them. You mean like taking their fingerprints? Huh? Oh, who would ever do something like that? Emma, you didn't. She did. Wowee. What happened, Emma? Please, tell me everything you can. Well, basically, there was a murder during the rite as it was being performed last night. The victim is... Ooh, shake it off. Shake it off. Water off a duck's back. Okay, here we go. The victim is... Find your center, Zephyr. The victim is trusted me. The high priest who was presiding over the rite. Wait, hold on. Last night? You mean to tell me an entire day's passed since the purification rite? That's right, sir. You passed out for a whole day from your back pain. I never knew my back's like a ticking time bomb. I better take better care of it. You know, I just got a flashback to when I was like 4 or 5 years old. I remember... Yeah, I remember I had recently like upgraded to like my own bed. And it's like... One day I had a deep sleep and I woke up, and when I went outside I noticed something was a bit off, and my dad was on the couch. And he said, "It's very, very late at night, but son, you slept for a whole day." And I was like, "What?" And he clarified, "Yeah, you slept so long and hard, you slept about nearly 24 hours. You missed a whole day, buddy." And I started bawling, just uncontrollable, unconsolable crying and sobbing and wailing. The thought of missing a day of my life was horrifying. And I wept for the lost opportunity of, like, I don't know, watching cartoons and drawing with crayons. I don't know, it's just a memory that has stuck with me all these years. Yeah, here I am nowadays thinking like, yeah, no, sleep is the most enjoyable portion of my life, so sleep is alright. The murder took place at the inner sanctum where the rite was being held. The inner sanctum? It's the place where the spirit of Lady Kira is enshrined. It's through that gate over there and up to the top of the mountain stairs just beyond. Oh, so that's why everyone is offering their prayers in that direction. Abbot Enby and Miss Maya went up to the inner sanctum to begin the rite. Just after they finished the prayer you fainted in the middle of. So who do you think killed the high priest? Unfortunately, Maya is our sole suspect right now. During the rite, the inner sanctum was off limits to the general public. So then, only the high priest and Maya could have been there when the murder occurred? Right. Plus, the inner sanctum is on the side of a very steep mountain. The only way up there is the stairway that starts here in the Plaza of Devotion. So that's why she's been arrested. Also, the crime scene was only discovered after Maya came down alone. She's the one who told the worshippers in the plaza that the high priest was dead. And she made a police statement to that effect. So she was the first one to discover the body. Well, that definitely doesn't help. That makes it even less likely that someone else was there at the crime scene. Mr. Wright, sir? Are you going to defend Miss Maya? Yes, of course. There's no way she killed anyone. Yeah, I don't believe it either. She's been framed. But this is really something else, huh, Mr. Wright? I mean, who'd have thought you'd have to take on that horrible court again? Tell me about it. Never thought I'd have to go through another trial, where the divination seance determines all, and defense lawyers are unwelcome. So what brings you here, Emma? Back in the US, I was working a case with an international prosecutor from Khura'in. Uh-huh. He told me this is where I could see the latest techniques in international forensic science. I can't believe I fell for it. I mean, just look at this place. It's like we've gone back in time. Yeah, I can't say I've been impressed with the police work I've seen so far. Still, he said he takes on cases from around the world. So maybe next time he'll have one in a major city somewhere. Sounds like this prosecutor has taken a liking to you, Emma. After all, it's not every day a prosecutor takes a detective with them overseas. I wonder. He's calm and kind and almost always has a smile on his face. But it's hard to tell what he's really thinking. This international prosecutor, is he the one who handled Trucy's case? Yes, he is. I take it he'll be the prosecutor on this one too. Yes, Prosecutor Sadmati's already been assigned. Prosecutor Sadmati? Polkanka! You know him, Albi? Of course, everyone in Khura'in does. He's a highly revered individual, both as a prosecutor and a monk. If you go up against Prosecutor Sadmati, you'll incur the Holy Mother's wrath. But it's my job to, as a lawyer. Oh, right. Sorry. Just great. A prosecutor who's also a revered monk in a deeply religious country. This trial's shaping up to be even more uniquely Khura'inese than the last one. I'm not sure I should be saying this, but he's a formidable opponent. Yeah, I heard Apollo had a really tough time, so I better give it everything I've got. Anyway, I'm glad you're here, Emma. They treat lawyers like criminals here. Come to think of it, Prosecutor Sadmati mentioned something to that effect. I'm not sure how much I can help, but I'll do what I can. Really? Are you sure you aren't going to get in trouble for helping the enemy? Oh, he did come down on me pretty hard when I tried to help Trucy in their last trial. Let's just say I'll help where I can. Thanks, but don't go getting yourself in trouble on my account, okay? Prosecutor Sadmati sounds pretty strict. So first things first, let's start with this. Hot off the press is the High Priest's autopsy report. Huh. Let's read that. Time of death, May 10th. In the middle of the night, early hours of the morning. Cause of death, blood loss from a deep abdominal wound caused by a bladed weapon. The wound appears to have been inflicted by the Oh, that was a kidney punch. Oh, sucker punch to the kidney. Oh, ow. The warbad dagger used in the right. Oh. I stagger before the sheer gumption of these writers. They have no pretenses, no inhibitions. Incredible. I wish I was half this brave. Anyway, the victim bled to death from a deep stab wound to the abdomen. The murder weapon is believed to be Lady Kira's warbad dagger. It's used during the rite. However, the dagger has yet to be found. Lady Kira's dagger, huh? I think Maya mentioned something about a dagger. Who wouldn't want to be a kick-butt warrior who takes on evil with a wicked dagger? Right, whatever floats your boat. And isn't that rebel hunter posing as Lady Kira also armed with a dagger? Of course, hers must be a replica, right? Would it be okay for me to go take a look at the crime scene, Emma? The police have already wrapped up their investigation, but the location itself is off limits to the general public, so I'm not sure. Emma, please, I'm begging you. Just like the police, I need access if I'm to mount a viable defense. All right, then. Leave it to me. I'll explain the situation to Prosecutor Sadmati and the police later. Thanks, Emma. You have quite a climb ahead of you, so be sure to watch your step. Wait, you're not coming with me? Oh, no, I'm not climbing up there again. No way. Is it really that bad? Wonder if my back can handle it. You get to go to the inner sanctum? Oh, you're so lucky, Mr. Wright. Why don't you join me, Albie? That's crazy talk, sir. If a commoner like myself were to set foot in there, I'd surely be cursed for all eternity. Because the inner sanctum is off limits for you, huh? Oh well, guess I'll just have to face this all by my lonesome. By the way, what about all the people still praying here? Aren't they going to go home? The customs of this rite require that they not move from this spot until tomorrow afternoon. It doesn't faze them to have police milling about. Some of them are even off-duty cops. Wow, I guess this is what it's like to live in a deeply religious society, huh? Well, I guess that's it for now, huh? Unless someone has something to say about the autopsy. She does. The victim's name was Torestin Mi. He bled to death from a stab wound to the abdomen. And the killer. At the moment, our only suspect is the person who was with the victim at the time. In other words, Maya. Yeah. Well, well. There's one thing on my mind. I almost wonder if Mr. Zealot might be a testifying witness. This man has a vibrant design that stands out, very colorful, and he has a name, and he was in earshot to hear Maya play act and be like, yeah, I'll cut down evil with my dagger. That could go very badly if he testifies about that, so I'm thinking Mr. Zealot here might be a witness. Maybe. That would be pretty dang cool. Also, God, I'm sorry about that color scheme? Like the yellow robes and like the orange-reddish shoulders? It looks like an airbender. I wonder if that's a reference. I don't know if it is. Probably not. But I like to believe. Avatar: The Last Airbender is pretty dang cool. Well, wow. Yeah, we got a very strong premise, don't we? Sure, Maya's being suspected of murder again. Yeah, that's really par for the course, but this business with this figure and this person running around and this completely left field mystery of this escaped convict, prisoner 201, was it? Yeah, I don't detect any solid links to what's going on here. Yet nevertheless, this escaped convict exists. Fascinating. Suppose the true killer is this escaped convict. Do you suppose that would mean that this killing is done in the name of revenge? It would be pretty nice change of pace. The previous case we did, what with the Roger Redden's fellow, that was just about as premeditated as you could get. This violent spur of the moment thing would be a big change of pace. Oh, and yes, we're gonna get the divination seance. We'll be able to look at the victim's 5 senses before they died. Of course, they're probably gonna see the figure dressed as Kira, and everyone's gonna think that's Maya, so... oh. Yeah, I just have a big wide grin spreading across my face. This is pretty dang solid. Yeah, from the sounds of it, Phoenix is definitely gonna do this solo. I really doubt that, I really doubt that Apollo and Athena are gonna show up in Khura'in here. Which means... Case 4, the next one, might be back in Japanifornia. And then case 5. The big finale would be swell if everything came together then. I'm sure that would involve Apollo and Athena coming to Khura'in then. Yeah, for case 5. Well, then the jury's completely out for case 6, the special DLC case. No telling what that could be at all. Boy. There's one thing I'm certain of, though. It's that I'm excited to see everything that's coming up, so... I'm Zephyr the Jester. This has been more Spirit of Justice. Thank you for watching, and hopefully I'll catch you next time. So until then, please take care.